First, what current linkages do you have with universities in terms of research and product development, and how do you plan to increase these linkages between your organization and universities? Second, what programs do you offer to university students so that their awareness of cultural single window increases as potential entrepreneurs and trade managers?
Adil, this is the only area that we lag behind. I think I'm a very firm believer in creating linkages between academia and policy implementation. People who are involved in policy implementation, for example, and I think that universities like IBA are a great place where you can actually engage young, bright minds and make use of their talent to enhance not only the services that are being provided by the government, but also kind of capitalize on their ideas and maybe even commercialize some of those ideas for increasing the greater good, as I put it. So what we have done is that we do have MOUs with certain universities in Karachi and Islamabad, and basically we use those MOUs to reach out to their student body, especially to the students who are about to graduate, to tell them about single window and see if they would be interested in working with us. We are also rolling out a management training program in the next fiscal year, which starts on July 1st. So in the first batch, we will be bringing about 25 to 30 MTOs. They would be based in Karachi and Islamabad, working in our different departments for for a certain period of time. And if they're interested, then they can be absorbed as our regular employees. Thirdly, we are also working with the national incubation centers, and certain other facilities where we are encouraging young people to come up with their ideas. We provide them access to data. We provide them a sandbox, for example, and they can, test those ideas, maybe create a product that can be commercialized, and then we can see how we can kind of share in that to generate revenues for ourselves, but also to make sure that there is a product that can be marketed commercially elsewhere. But the idea at the end is all of these products, all of these ideas should go towards reducing Pakistan's compliance cost, increasing Pakistan's export competitiveness, so that our exporters can export more and bring in more foreign exchange. A lot of these things that I've talked about are in advanced stage of either implementation or planning. So, for example, we are the work that we are doing with that we plan to do with incubating different ideas is still in the planning stage. We have not yet implemented, primarily because we are still looking for partners in around Islamabad to first pilot this idea, but also because, as you would very well realize, trade data is highly confidential. So you need to have certain protocols in place before we can make that data available to young people who want to play around with that data and create commercially viable products. But inshallah, in a few months' time, I think we would be giving you some news on that front. And we are hoping that we would be able to have more institutional arrangement with IPA, for example, to collaborate on some of these ideas, but also in chain management, in research, and reaching out to different user groups and checking out the efficacy of the single window system and the initiatives that we are taking. So that's
So
all.
how can fresh graduates seek employment at Pakistan Single Window, like if they're interested? And any management training programs will be offering, right, at Pakistan Single Window. That's actually very important for them. And I would also like to ask, is there any recommendations you have so that universities make their students a better fit for organizations such as yours?
Yes, Adil, I think I don't know about other organizations, but for us, the starting experience at the first entry level is 0 years. So any graduate, any student that is just graduating from a university and has the relevant academic experience, we would gladly hire them, place them in our teams, and they can learn on the job. And of course, if they are good, they can look forward towards a long career in the single window company. We do hire fresh graduates. We encourage graduates from good universities like IBA and other of the same league, because we generally believe that the quality of education that is being given in these institutions is something that we would really like to have to enrich our own experience and implementation of different cross-border trade-related initiatives. So, if there are any students who are listening to this podcast, I would encourage them to visit our web pages, look at our job openings, and apply. The recruitment is all merit-based. 100%. Alhamdulillah, in 3 years, 3.5 years, in fact, of my time in the single window, I don't think there's a single case of any hiring which has not been done on merit. And we are also good paymasters. We pay well according to the market. We understand that these skills are, they have a certain premium. Not everyone has IT skills. So definitely, if there are people who are good enough, who qualify requirements, they can look forward to a very promising career with the single window. Um, Training programs, of course, like I mentioned, we are going to launch our MTO program. We already have an internship program in place. The internship program, you don't have to be a graduate. You can still be going through your education and intern with single window to just kind of check out the how the system and the company operates. But if you're a graduate, then you can join us on the MTO program. Again, there's a difference in the stipend that we pay to the interns and to the salary and other benefits that we offer to the MTO. But more than material benefits, I would also encourage young students to come and join us, because the work that we are doing is actually truly national and its objective, truly national in its coverage. Imagine you're working from Sust border to Karachi, from Torkham to Gwadar. It's a huge area that the single window is covering, and there's just so much interesting work that's going on. So, as a CEO, of course, but also as a Pakistani, I would really encourage young students listening to this podcast to reach out to us, to reach out to HR teams, and see how best we can accommodate them in our work plans and in our hiring plans.